Welcome back to Forward Progress, presented by Fanduel. We are back with another edition of our Saturday prop show here with Hitman by my side. I'm Jason Cooper, and we're going to cover Hitman's 3 favorite prop bets. But before we get into our props, Hitman, we talked a little bit about it last week. How did you shoot last weekend? Did you shoot over or under that 85.5 that I set for you?
80 on Saturday, so we hit the under. And Tuesday, which is typically my other golf day, we will ignore that I shot a 92. That just like any good tout, we just talk about the good days. So I had a 92 Tuesday, but 80 on the day that we had that under.
Sounds good. Sounds like you're losing juice to me, though, as a bookmaker. A pretty good line at the 85.5. I'm going to pat myself on the back here. But let's get right into the games. First one we got up here is the Green Bay Packers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hitman, ton of receiving options in the Green Bay Packers. You're looking to fade one of them, so tell us a little bit about it here.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest parts of the handicap. It's Tucker Kraft under 3.5 receptions, minus 128. When this Green Bay team is healthy with all their receiving weapons, he just hasn't seen a big target share. He's has not topped a 16% target share in all in any. He's only topped 16% target share in one game this year. It was a game without Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs. Green Bay's receivers have just been in and out of the lineup all season. It seemingly feels like it's finally a game that these receivers are looking good. They're not on the injury report. They're practicing pretty much full and everything. And last week in a game where they had the complement of receivers, he only saw 4 out of 33 targets from Jordan Love. So for me, it's just about the volume hasn't been there for Tucker Kraft when these weapons have been fully healthy. Admittedly, it's a little bit of a thinner play. Probably would just go to like minus 135 or so, but we're going to go Tucker Kraft under receptions.
And Fanduel right now has Tucker Kraft's under receptions at 3.5 at minus 128. Hitman said it's playable up until that minus 135 range. Always shop around in case this price moves on Fanduel. And yeah, let's get into our next game here. We got a two-legger. We got 2 picks for the Indy Houston game. Starting off with the Indianapolis side of the ball. Anthony Richardson obviously is playing this week for Joe Flacco. We saw him play last week. And I feel like that leads a little bit into your handicap here. So tell us a little bit about it.
Michael Pittman under 48.5 receiving yards would go down to 46.5 on this one. Yeah, Anthony Richardson being in this game at quarterback instead of Joe Flacco is definitely a big part of this handicap. Pittman has been such a guy that's been so dependent on volume over the last year. And there's just a lack of volume and a lack of pass attempts and a lack of completions, most importantly, with Anthony Richardson right now. He's still playing hurt. Like, this was considered to be a multi-week injury at one point, and he's playing through it. But I would presume that he's far from 100%. And it's a tough matchup against a Texans team that's getting their starting cornerback, Kamari Lassiter, back. They obviously have Derek Stingley on the other side. And it's a matchup that even when the circumstances have been better for Pittman, he's only had 56, 44, and 31 yards in this matchup over the last 2 seasons. So, yeah, let's go Michael Pittman under receiving yards.
Michael Pittman under receiving yards at FanDuel right now. It's juiced towards the under at 48.5, minus 125. Hey man, just a quick question here. If there's this available, the minus 125 at under 48.5, or if there's a under 47.5 available at 110, you would rather play that under 47.5, right? I don't want to mince words
Yeah,
here, but want to
I
kind of.
yeah, I would rather if it's at minus 110, I'd rather play the 47.5. Minus 115 range at 47.5, I would probably lean towards taking the 115, but it's at least a little bit more of a conversation.
All right, sounds good. And as always, like we talk about, shop around here. As FanDuel has the highest line available in market at 48.5, but of course that under is definitely juiced. Before we get into our next pick, bet the NFL season on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. We absolutely love FanDuel here at Forward Progress. So their extensive odds menu, their super easy and seamless live menu, as well as their great pricing on props, including their anytime touchdown props. Right now, all customers get a profit boost every single NFL day. That means you can pump up your gridiron winnings multiple times a week. This week, we have a Sunday anytime touchdown profit boost token. And then also a Sunday night football SGP profit boost tokens. So if you're looking to get in on some action during Sunday, make sure you're making use of those profit boost tokens on FanDuel. FanDuel has tons of ways you can get in on the NFL action. You can bet on money lines, spreads, player props, and so much more. Plus, with super simple live betting, lightning fast bet settlements, and instant withdrawals, FanDuel makes betting on the NFL easier than ever before. Just visit fanduel.com/forward progress to download FanDuel today. Must be 21 plus and present in select states, or 18 plus and present in DC. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as knowledge drawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms for both offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Hitman, our last prop of the day. I kind of gave it away a bit here. We're sticking with the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans games. You're looking at the Texans side of the ball for this one. So tell us a little bit about it here.
Joe Mixon, under 16.5 receiving yards. So he's losing all third down work right now to Dare Ogunbowale. He's losing routes overall because Houston is so run heavy on first and second down when Joe Mixon is in the game for the Texans. He's been under 50% routes the last 2 weeks since he came back from his injury. And running back pass game unders are just super dependent on game script. And Houston is a 5-point favorite in this game. So I just don't think that the market's fully captured that Mixon has lost a lot of his pass game role right now. So we go Joe Mixon under 16.5 receiving yards. Same line pretty much everywhere. I think actually FanDuel is the best juice in market right now. And I would go down to 15.5 on that.
So 16.5. FanDuel it looks to be the best in market. There's a 19.5 out there, but at minus 141 towards the under, is that really like a 19.5? But yeah, of all the 16.5s, FanDuel is one of the better prices out there. Good up until 15.5. And also, I want to compliment you on your pronunciation of Dare Ogunbowale, because I mean that is a mouthful. He seems to have earned his role with Joe Mixon out.
As long as it's not the viewers of our live streams know, as long as it's not the word statistician.
You got it, Tom.
Yeah,
you got
I know. I've been looking in the mirror, saying that word a lot, trying to get it down.
All right. Well, the practice has paid off for you, definitely, man. Before we head out, I want to give you guys an SGP for Sunday Night Football, but it's kind of tough to do so with so much uncertainty in the receiving game. There's no receiver props listed for the Niners right now. I can't really give you an SGP, but I can give you my angle. I'm looking at Jacob Cowing. That's the guy I'm looking to target. Maybe some inverse correlation plays. If you want to know more, if you're interested in what I'm going to play before Sunday night, make sure you tune into our Sunday Night Football watch along here on Forward Progress, live at 8 p.m. with Rob Pizzola. We're going to have some special guests on. Clive Bixby's going to be on for the first half, break down all the games leading into next week. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested for a little bit of a sweaty Sunday on Sunday Night Football, then be sure to tune in there. Guys, for Hitman, for myself, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Saturday proposition of Forward Progress. We'll see you guys in the next one.